Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net. My name is Nick, and my call sign's KN6DAL. I'll be tonight's coordinator. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everyone's done with work and relaxing at home, hanging out. First and foremost, we would just want to thank all the people involved. We got the W6VVR repeater and the Vacaville Radio Club. Also, a big thanks to the Freestar Network for the use of their repeaters and digital connections. Also to the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club for the use of their repeater tonight. And a big thanks to the WX5NAS repeater system. And also thank you to Mike, WG5EEK, Greg, W5GSW in the house tonight, and Brian, KK6BXP, for all of their efforts in keeping the connections alive. And we'll take a second, see if there's any priority or emergency traffic. If there is at any point during the anti-net, you can always say break, break with your call. We will clear the air for you and let you pass your message. Is there any priority or emergency traffic at this time? All right, nothing being heard. The 2-Meter Crew is not an actual club. We're just a group of hams that are learning and enjoying all things ham related. There's no charges, no dues, no fees to be a member of the 2-Meter Crew. If you're looking for more information on how to connect with us, you can check out our website at 2metercrew.net. You can also join our Discord groups. There are links in our YouTube description on how to access those places. This is an open net. It's open and inviting for anybody new and old. The 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net meets every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 a.m. UTC, and we are on the W6VVR repeater. You can also access us through many different digital connections. Echolink is at W6VVR-R, and Allstar Nodes 51094 and 512342 are directly connected to our system tonight. DMR talk group 3174-117, YSF reflector 50462, Freestar All-Star links 2195 and 2196 are linked up. You can also connect through the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club's repeater in San Mateo, California. And if you can't connect with us through any of the digital connections or through RF, you can... let me let this drop. You can also connect with us through our Zoom link. We'll be posting that throughout the night for anybody that wants to jump on the Zoom chat and say hi. Last but not least, this is being live streamed at Northwest Ham Shack. If you jump on YouTube, you can like and subscribe and get notifications when we go live on Wednesday nights. Before we get started, we just want to take a second and see if there's any new operators who just got their license or any operators that have recently upgraded. So new operators or license upgrades, if that fits you, come on in now.
Where's Frank?
Yeah, where's Frank? That new Jen over there.
I think he's busy.
All right,
Scratchy
nothing being heard. I was waiting for Frank to jump on there. Yeah, he messaged me earlier, and he was going to try to join the Zoom chat tonight. So we'll save that and give him a chance, and if not, we'll just congratulate him at the end. But
for sure.
All right, nothing being heard on that. Any and all stations. Is there any stations that wish to check into the 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net? Come on in now. Is anybody monitoring VVR? Can anybody hear VVR? Okay, I'm making it through.
I'm seeing it on Allstar. I mean, looks good, bud.
Cool.
We're also blowing out in Apex, North Carolina. Holly Springs, Fuquay Arena. We're live out here too.
All right, this is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net. We gotta catch Greg before he stops dropping bombs. So I'm gonna go straight to you, Greg. W5GSW, man, how you doing tonight?
Hey, thanks, Nick. This is W5GSW. Thanks, Connor. It's just my call. Let me start with the before you do that. Thank you. Everything's good out here. Actually, you know what's the biggest problem I've been having these days is trying to find an FT8900R. I am obsessed with this radio, and I finally got one shipped in today. I got a great deal on it, and it was shattered. Like the power button on it was shattered, and it is just so frustrating. It's a beautiful radio, and I'd really love to own one. And if anyone wants to sell me one out here, find me on QRZ because I am about it. But that's been a little frustrating. Doing some HF work. I'm trying to really concentrate on 40 meters these days. I know it's kind of a twilight kind of zone channel, but between work and stuff like that, it just kind of suits me, the time zones, the time it's blowing. And I've been having problems with that too. I think that it's just that you guys can't see it here, my kind of rack, but I've got a GMR repeater that sits way too close to my HF, and I just don't have enough room for separation out here. It's a sad story, but I'm going to, I'm going to call it on that. Back to you, Nick. Let me try this again. Kane60AL, this is W5GSW, and I'll hand it back to you, buddy.
Got through that one.
All right. Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming out tonight, Greg. It's always good to see your face. I know it's tough with the time zones and stuff. You got any cool plans for Thanksgiving at all?
Well, thanks, man. But I just don't like turkey. I am going to deep fry a chicken tomorrow that I put into a brine today. I mean, out here in North Carolina, I really just still don't know a ton of folks. I'm still going for it, still hitting the local check-ins and stuff like that. But I do miss my California homies. It's a little different out here. I'm still going after it, but it's going to be a small gathering. It's going to be my family, my dogs. I'm going to deep fry a chicken instead of a turkey tomorrow. And, hopefully it doesn't rain on us out here. Or freeze up. It's getting pretty cold. I don't think it's as rainy as you guys out in the Pacific Northwest, like you specifically, Nick, but I'm still getting used to it. I'm glad that the mosquitoes have died out here. That's a good thing. And work is great and family's great. And I'm going to pass it back to you, GW5GSW. Back to net control.
All right. Thanks a lot, Greg. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Antinet. We had a guy, Brian, K6RRR, that had just popped on and popped off. I don't know if you're listening on air, but if you are, you can come on in. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check into the 2 Meter Crew Antinet, come on in now. We got a full house in the Zoom chat tonight. Who should we pick on next? Well, we got Frank. He made it in here. KG6NLW. We'll see if you're able to unmute your mic and say hi. How's it going tonight?
Yeah, I can unmute for 30 seconds. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey Stroke AG. Good evening, one and all.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Congratulations, homeboy.
So you finally took the plunge. You apparently couldn't have Connor get all the highlights on that, but that's awesome. I mean, I love seeing everybody upgrading their call sign. So what made you take the jump?
Quite honestly, I've been studying for a while, and I finally took the jump. Aurora Amateur Radio Group up in Aurora, Alaska, was having free exams for hams as a thank you, hams and newcomers as a thank you for the past 2 years of work. And so I found a date and time that worked for me finally, and I jumped on it. Took my test Monday night. Let's see, I was done right about now Monday night, and I passed 29 out of 35 questions. Anyway, I gotta get back into the kitchen, but I will be listening in the background. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. I don't have to use Stroke AG because the database is already updated, but I'm doing it just for the bragging rights tonight.
Yeah, do whatever you want, buddy. It's cool. Thanks a lot for checking in with us, Frank, and that's awesome. Congratulations on upgrading your ticket. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. Let's see here. Who do I not recognize? John, KN6TYF. John, how you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good.
Oh, it's
Got me
John
mid,
from earlier. I was like, I didn't recognize your call sign because this is the only second time I've met you.
Yeah, you got me mid-bite in some pizza. Yeah, things are going great. Thanks for doing this and having everyone here. Been doing lots of HF stuff. It's kind of my jam. 40 meters is awesome, Greg. You should get on it. It's like my favorite HF band.
I want to see you there, dude. We're gonna meet there, man.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, I've been kind of helping Connor with a lot of HF stuff. Amplifiers, radios, the whole bit, just kind of getting that station dialed in. And here too, I have a big AL 572 amp that's a little bit of a basket case. And I guess this is a reminder that tube sockets can go bad. Make sure the pins are tight. Yeah, so got that sorted and everything's working good here. The wife and I are taking off to Colombia on Friday for, I don't know, a week or two, just getting out of town. So kind of packing up and closing up.
Columbia, South Carolina, or
Colombia, South America. Yeah, should be great. The weather there is beautiful right now. A little rainy, but warm. The southern hemisphere is flipped from us. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And I had kind of told another group that I'll probably have my extra by the end of the year. So I'm also trying to squeeze that in. I got my general ticket in May, my tech and my general in May. So trying to get it all done in 2022.
Hey, wait, John, are you saying that in front of all of us, dude? Are you going to get your extra?
Yeah. The more people you tell, the more you have to actually do it. So
we're all going to hold you accountable.
We're gonna absolutely hold
all
you
of us and our tens of viewers.
Yes, our tens and tens of fans. Come on, tens and tens.
Now I've told the world, so it's gotta happen.
Awesome, dude. If you need help from any one of us, I'm sure we'd be willing to talk smack and help you out, brother.
Right on. I really appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to it. So I gotta squeeze it in. I got like a week or two in December. I got time to do it. So gonna make it happen. That's the update from Oakland. This is KN6TYF back to net.
Awesome. Thanks for checking in with us, John. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now. All right, next victim is Dan, N6ETR. How you doing tonight?
Hey, good evening, guys. This is Dan, N6ETR. I'm doing all right. Looking forward to the long weekend and Thanksgiving tomorrow, stuff like that. I've been working on some Heathkit projects. My receiver is almost ready to go back in its case. I fixed the crystal calibrator and I added an IF tap for my station monitors so I can have a visual wavelength when I receive signals. The station monitor, unfortunately, is a basket case. It looks like somebody soldered the vertical amplifier tube socket together using bubble gum. So that created a short. And so the new tube socket actually arrived today. So that's nice. I can fix that. Unfortunately, I decided to try putting the faceplate in the dishwasher to clean it up a little. And that old 60s paint lifted right off. So now I'm working on completely redesigning the front panel paint scheme in AutoCAD so that I can use like press and peel transfer paper to try to recreate the printing for the knobs and stuff like that. But that's what I'll be working on this weekend. So
Retro mod, dude. Retro mod's awesome, dude. Make it yours, Dan. You're the man, anyways, dude.
I can't do that, dude. I'm a purist. It's like my Z car out in the garage. Like it can be cool under the hood, but it has to look like it's from the 70s. There's no swaying from that.
Hold true to form. Hold true to form.
Yes,
Thanks,
hold
Dan.
on to it, dude.
Thanks.
This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 meter crew anti-net. Oh, look, we've got K6RRRs back. I'm going to call on you before you jump back out. I think the name was Brian. K6RRR, how's it going tonight?
Yeah, busted, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, the call sign is actually Kilo Charlie 2 Golf November Victor. Hold on 1 second. Let me
Whoa.
get my my stuff dialed in here.
It was KC2G. What was the rest of the suffix?
A Golf November Victor.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, Victoria. Yeah, so yeah, K6RRR, by the way, is a call sign that we have here in San Diego. I run a bunch of repeaters down here in San Diego, all DMR, some analog here and there, but I specialize in DMR. And yeah, trying to keep the hobby alive, keep interest into the hobby, get some new the technology, and have some fun, you know, with the repeaters. Do like long range internet linking, 20-mile point to points for a lot of the repeater sites, and you know that's a fun thing that I do. And I got really heavy into it during the solar minimum for HF, you know, 2019 ish, and so I kind of took a sabbatical away from HF, and as of late, I've been getting more back into HF.
Nice.
And ran into some knuckleheads, John and Connor, and yeah, so they dragged me in over here. So yeah, I'm by the way, I'm in San Diego. Don't let the 2 call fool you. I'm not in New York. I used to born and raised in New York, and I'm out here in San Diego.
Well, it's that's a cool story. I was kind of trying to figure out where the link was and how you ended up in our humble little group of whatever we are. And I was like, that's awesome. We've got a real professional here, but it's just a friend of Connor and John's. That's okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's awesome to have you, man.
Yeah, I have a question for John. John, was that just a what I was suspecting is the socket was a little loose or a little dirty, a little crusty?
I think it's the socket. I'm not 100% yet, but I think it's the socket.
Okay, yeah, I'd be curious. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Did you end up contacting them and they said maybe check to see if the socket was
Yeah. So I figure I do it anyways because I hate being that guy, because I'm that guy a lot. I provide support to people and I'm like, did you do this? And then people are like, no, why would I do that? I'm like, just try it. So
yeah,
you know.
It's easy to overlook the small stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he was trying different sockets at some point. He was like moving the tube, and if it was only staying with that socket though, then it would have been like a dead giveaway that it's you know, loose only on that socket. But if it's following the tube, then it's like,
well, it followed the tube, but I think it's the 2 sockets maybe were loose. So
yeah, that amp is definitely a basket case. Yeah.
Well, it's working good now, so knock on wood.
Right on, man. Cool. Well, anyway, that's kind of what I've been up to. I've been stringing up a wire loop as of late. That's a new antenna for me. Normally, I run a hex beam. Ran a whole bunch of other antennas, inverted L's and stuff like that for HF. But my latest thing is I've been doing is a wire loop for HF. And as far as VHF and UHF activity, man, I've done so many different radios. I got so many radios I need to sell to. I got a 7100 and FT. What I got? I got a couple of Yaesu radios as well. I don't have.
You got
an
any
FT
8900Rs?
No, I was about to say I don't have an.
Yeah.
I used
Sure.
to. I used to have an FT 8900 R back in the day, like 2006. Yeah, I was having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I have a lot of Anytone 578. Those do some fun things. A cross band, cross
Love
mode.
DMR, dude. Big
Yeah.
digital fan over here myself.
Yeah, I got some hot spots. I've done a whole bunch of fun stuff like with modernizing a repeater site, so you have like remote control, remote temperature sensing, all sorts of fun stuff. And also MMDVM, if you guys are big fans of MMDVM, like doing multi-mode repeaters.
Yeah.
So I got some repeaters that are
Sure.
operating in multi-mode right now.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I'd like to pick your brain a little bit on that a little bit. We'll once the RF portion, I have everything keyed up over the repeaters and everything right now, but once we die down, we'll just stick to Zoom and kind of hang out for a little bit before everything's concluded. But that's cool, man. I appreciate you jumping on and saying hi to us tonight and checking in. We love new faces, and we always want to get to know new people. So cool, man. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
I don't think it went through.
I probably
I heard it.
blew up all the repeaters because I had it.
No,
keyed down
I heard
for a
it
while.
on my end.
Okay.
they all timed out.
They all
Yeah.
I love it.
don't
I love it. I understand why it's like 85 degrees in your room there, Connor.
I got the
Yeah.
amp on too.
The AC's running full blast 24 hours a day,
That boy
dead of
lives
winter.
in San Mateo, California. You know, it's like it's probably 50 degrees outside out there.
When he keys up, everything just
it is
dims
currently
down.
48. It's currently 48, and yes, when
and
I key,
he's
this light
running-
flickers.
And he's
We-
running air conditioning.
We can't all live in San Diego like John over there. Man.
He's got.
All
he's got
right,
heat
this is
sinks
Nick,
on the outside wall.
KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. Let's hear from Dave, K6WBY. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Well, we weren't here last week because I couldn't get out of work.
Right there.
But we're here now, and we haven't seen you in a little bit. How's things going?
Hey, Nick. This is
Hey,
Dave,
John
K6WBY. Yeah, things are going great. Thank you. The week before I was in London. So traveling, I intended to try and find a Wires X repeater there in London that I could key up on and connect to the anti-net. But it happens at like 4 a.m. there or something. And that just wasn't in the cards for me. Brian, I was the HF station I think that you were connecting with when this over the weekend. I could hear you great. I could barely hear Connor. We chatted for a couple of minutes, and I definitely want to get and take note of your call sign again when you have a second. And then I've got some DMR questions I'll send you later, because that's one of the things I intend to figure out this year. But I've been making some fantastic progress in the ham shack. Got a whole bunch of stuff behind me that came in the mail the other day. Rack and some shelves and my desk platform, and I pulled all the wiring, the AC wiring the other day. So hopefully this weekend I'll be getting some of that terminated and actually be able to flick the power on in there before the end of next week. And then comes the installation and the rest of it. So making some good progress and having a lot of fun, and really looking forward to the new year coming to you live from the ham shack.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks, Dave. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We got a couple more people on Zoom we're going to say hi to, but let's take a second, see if there's any traffic, any stations that want to check in. Come on in now. All right, let's see. We've got Bert, N6EFR. It's great to see you, man. How you feeling?
Hey, this is N6EFR. I've been out for a while. Had heart surgery at the end of October and just been laying down. I walk around and everything like that, around the house, outside or whatever. It's just because they want you to do that and make sure that you're all okay and everything. But everything's fine now.
That's awesome. So when do you think you'll be like back to 100%?
Well, they said that 4 to 6 weeks for the sternum to fully heal, I guess. Like just like how regular bones go. But then getting the rest of the incision all healed up and everything. And it's like I've gotten used to walking around like a T-Rex or whatever. So it's just like I can't get my elbows up. So it's just like trying to do this for a while.
Right.
So
So
trying
it's
to get to learn to drive.
It's
is gonna be
realistically like a 4 to 6 month turnaround before you're like back at
probably.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take it easy, man. Keep us posted. I'm really glad to have you on, and I'm glad everything went good and you're healing up. It's great to see you, man.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This is
you were
Nick.
going to help me with
Oh, go
that
ahead.
couch next week over there at my house, Bert. So
Oh
hurry
yeah.
up, buddy.
As long as it's 5 pounds or less.
5-pound
Hurry
limit.
up. Great.
This is Nick, KN6DAL with the
Encouragement.
2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We are looking for check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
I don't think we've had any check-ins, have we?
No.
This is great. We're
been-
just chatting crap over there.
I mean, it's a nice, nice group tonight. It's a nice big group tonight. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Had one.
All right, I think I got Kilo Juliet 6, Victor. How are you doing tonight? And what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Boy, you would have to ask that. The name here is Bob, and I'll tell you, we have no plans. My wife and I are both retired, and this is probably the first year that we're doing absolutely nothing except stare at one another. Imagine that. Anyway, that's all I have. KJ6 VVD.
Well, Bob, thanks for checking in with us. And, man, I got to say, I think no plans sounds like a perfect plan, to be honest with you. So appreciate the check-in. Come back anytime. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for check-ins. Any station that wants to check in and come say hi, come on in now.
Hey, Nick. Long time lurker, WB1G, City in Rockwood.
W61G. We like lurkers. That's acceptable. Sometimes it's better to listen before you talk. I'm the complete opposite. I just blab and blab and blab and blab, and eventually somebody talks. It's good to hear from you tonight. How's it going?
It's going. I'm conditioning myself for tomorrow. By the way, it's Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf, WB1G. And I'm just conditioning myself, and by conditioning, I just mean, making sure that the stomach is prepped and ready to go. Tomorrow is like a for me year after year. So definitely preparing for it. It takes work, gentlemen.
Well, I like your athletic attitude towards eating. I think it's a good thing to possess. That's awesome. Stretch the stomach. Make sure you're nice and relaxed, ready to go into tomorrow. Eat as much as you possibly can. That's a really good idea. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. I did get your call sign. I got it fixed there. I think it was nope. I wrote it down wrong again. It's W something 6 1. No, WB1G. Did I get it right, Smitty? WB1G.
WB1G. Yeah.
You got it right that time, Mr. Big. Yeah, WB1G. And I just wanted to reach out and say happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Really enjoy listening to the Med here locally in the Sac Valley, and then also watching or listening to you guys on Zoom or on YouTube rather. So gotta join one of these times and see behind the curtain. But at any rate, happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. I'll send it back, but just wanted to come out of the woodwork and say hello. WB1G.
Awesome. Thanks for the check-in. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. I think last but not least, we've got Connor. I don't think I missed anybody else, right? I think I got everyone.
We got Frank, his new gen.
Frank
Here.
talked. He was just camera shy for a little bit. K7CBL, how you doing, buddy? I love the fish tank.
Yeah, K7CBL. It's a bit dirty right now, but I'll pull it up. Here we go. The camera's frozen. Fantastic. So that just adds to it. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just been hunting down RF in the shack. We've got a bunch of like stray RF, either causing interference on my listening capabilities or following it through the audio. With the help of John, got rid of a lot of the outbound audio RFI with a new mixer. So it's just a bunch of ferrite beads all over, and looking for a new amp possibly, because mine's blown up now. So I don't want to spend the time to repair it right now. I just don't have the energy to. Eventually, someday I will. So along with that, got to try to fix the ALS 1306 solid state amp. So that's probably the next project once I get everything kind of situated here. And what I'm doing currently is, this is just for example, but these are some Svetlana 572Bs, and then with a 3D printed, here, I'll grab the other one for the Zoom chat and the YouTube side, but I'm building a stand. This was my prototype one. That's just paint, but it's got wiring in the bottom, so we're gonna light up the filaments and have a nice, cool looking like tube lamp on the desktop here, because I think it's a cool glow, especially when I turn all the lights off the side of the amp. You can see the glow of the tubes, the three 811s in that amp. So that's the next project. It looks like I'm lighting up Dan's face there. So
I know Dan is freaking out.
Please send me that solid file.
So yeah, that's the next project. Yeah, I gotta have the vibes at the desk, but other than that, just been chugging along. So back to net, K7CBL.
All right, thanks, Connor. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. When you said you were making a lamp, I didn't think you were actually going to be lighting up the tube. That's cool.
The original idea was to drill into the bottoms of so these are bunk tubes out of my old amp. One of them is okay, one of them's not, but they're super old. Yeah. But you can't, these are tapered behind the ceramic or whatever this is. So I would need like a big tube, like a 3-500, and then I would have to hole saw through, which I saw something on eHam, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I just want to try to light the filaments, and because that's just a whole different glow. Like a light bulb can't replicate the glow of a filament lighting up. So
yeah,
awesome. Hey, Connor, how are you stepping down the voltage for the
Oh man, so we were looking at doing this crusty dusty AC transformer. It was really bad. I can share it later, but we were looking at doing AC step down. But I actually have now picked up a buck converter that's current limiting and buck converting, right? Voltage limiting. So I'm going to hope that doesn't blow up and catch on fire. And then if I don't like how that works out, I will use an AC transformer, just because that way I know there's like nothing you can do wrong. You just got to wire it up. So that's how I'm doing the filament, since it's only 6.3 volts or whatever. So yeah.
Cool.
Well, sweet. This is Nick, KN6 DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. Looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
Now that's a tube. That's a tube that I need, even though it won't light up. I just need it to sit on the desk. I just need it on the desk. Oh, there you go. It's an iMac too.
It's a
3CX15.
Yeah.
Gonna send me that extra one, right?
Yeah.
Is the amp included?
This is my extra one.
Yeah.
Put it on display.
All right, we're gonna take one last call out before we close down the repeater system and move over to Zoom chat for a little while. Is there any last calls? Anybody that wishes to check into the 2 meter crew anti-net, come on in now.
Yes, thanks. Kilo November 6th for Fire Alpha Alpha. I'm running a bit late. Happy Turkey Day.
All right, KN6 PAA, how you doing tonight? And what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Well, as fate would have it, I just got COVID this afternoon, and so my wife set the kibosh on everything, and I'll be the turkey sitting in the chair here in the shack, listening all day with listening to a really nice prime rib. But anyway, apparently I'm not. Kilo November 6th for Fire Alpha Alpha. Back to Vector Control. Thanks, Nick, for running the game.
Wow, you said that super positively, like I feel like I'm supposed to say congratulations on your COVID ticket or something, but that really sucks to get it right before Thanksgiving, man. I hope everything goes okay and you get past it real quick, and hopefully you can just take some time to rest. So I appreciate you checking in with us tonight, and definitely stay healthy, or as healthy as you can. This is Nick, KN6 DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. Last call on check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
Congratulations on your COVID ticket.
Kilo Julius 6, Victor with a comment.
KJ6VVV, go ahead.
Just wanted to relate a little happening some years ago. On a Thanksgiving, I happened to get strep throat, and if you can imagine not being able to enjoy a turkey meal and all the trimmings. Well, anyway, I think you get the picture. This is KJ6 VVV.
See, there you go, KN6 PAA. You are not alone. There are other ones that have had to deal with the same thing. I mean, COVID is kind of like
thanks for the well wishes, gentlemen. This is just a salute went to a memorial service out Lake Tahoe on Sunday. These guys in my truck came positive yesterday, and so I decided to test, and the wife too usually get off the pizza. All right, happy birthday. November 6th.
All right, 7-3, and let's see if we got any last calls. Any last calls for check-ins? Come on in now.
Here you go, Nick. You can have some fish cam now, I think. He's still doing the same thing he was earlier.
All right, nothing being heard. We are going to flip the switch and turn these repeaters and digital connections back to their normal operation. And appreciate everybody checking in and saying hi tonight. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. We're going to be hanging out here on the Zoom chat for a little bit, so if anybody wishes to join, we'll pop that invite into the chat on YouTube, and you're always welcome to join in. So until next week, I'll say 7-3, and everybody have a great night.
7-3.
Well, we just ripped that one.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, just that was a lot of traffic.
Yeah. How come?
Wait. Hold on. We got through it without Greg.
What do you mean?
I think we need to get Greg a medal.
Greg was first.
But we didn't have to everything.
Oh, the night's young. The night is young. Yeah. No. I mean, he's got his mic muted, right? Yeah. See, now
Are
we're
we
in
still
for
on the air?
it. No, we're off.
No,
now.
no.
We're off.
Are we still on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
You
Yeah.
can swear
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Well, I mean, we want to kind of try to keep it sort of family oriented.
Hey,
Okay.
man, this is probably one of the first anti-nets I have not dropped an accidental F-bomb.
Yeah, it's usually
On
like
the
his
air.
free-
On
he
the
gets
air.
going. What happens? He doesn't
I
do
know
it
Nick's always nervous when I'm on this.
when
show,
he's
dude.
focused on. When he's not focused on it, he's fine. When he gets off top, like when he gets on a topic, he just goes and then it just starts coming out. Like you get him excited about a topic, man, all bets are off. Like he doesn't even know he's doing it. It's kind of
It's
funny.
great. Go sports. Go
Go
sports.
sports.
So
Go
funny.
sports. For
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Actually, Nick, this was one of the ones that I've not dropped an F-bomb on, dude. And
did
you know,
great.
maybe it's me being a 50-year-old man at this
Yeah, I'm
point.
super proud of you. Proud of you.
I'm reserved. Hey, Connor, shut the fuck up. I am.
Go, like, go.
I want to hear from the newer cats, though. There's a couple. There's a
I'm
couple
curious
gentlemen I
about
don't know here,
Brian's
dude. There's
DMR
Brian
connections. That's what I
and
want to hear. The floor is
Jonathan.
yours,
Oh
Brian.
yeah, we need Brian's DMR repeater. Brian, you got to link up
I
now.
saw KC2 GNVs like he like sweeped over there at like a crazy station. I'd love to hear about that stuff, dude.
Yeah. You want me to pan back over there?
For sure, dude. For sure. You know what? It would have been cool to
Alexa,
hear
turn
about
on the
that.
office light.
Then,
I want to
but,
know if I can
yeah.
hijack your DMR links for Wednesday night.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
We could create a gigantic loop, dude. It'll be blocked everywhere.
Yeah, we've got 100 digital connections right now. Why not like just add 4 more?
Just
That
4
looks
more
good.
problems each week. That's all.
Yeah. 4 more
That's a good
problems
looking.
each week.
That's a good looking setup.
Alexa, turn off the office light.
Oh no, it's
I
like
got some.
it's
I
like
got
a
some
Connor 2.
scanner.
Did you guys hear that?
Oh,
Oh no.
So is those all scanners right there? Are those
Yeah.
scanners?
Yeah,
That's
those are all
scanner
scanners.
desk.
Connor, you have a
Right,
brother.
I'm gonna.
I have,
You have an
yeah,
older
my
brother.
Amazon ALEXA. Yeah.
Yeah, I said the A word. That's right.
Well, it's
That's
okay. Our
nutty,
tens
dude.
of viewers are probably screaming about,
Love
you
it.
know, they're
Love
they're.
it.
Well, I'm one of them, Nick. So our ones of viewers.
Our
Our viewer.
I'm the other
Our
one.
viewer. Hi, viewer. I'm the other one.
I gave the other thumbs
Oh,
up.
that's me.
Oh, that's you, John.
No, it's
Oh.
not. It's not. It's
Oh, that's why I'm saying we have no viewers. It's just me and John monitoring it.
No, it's Bert and you
That's
monitoring.
me.
Oh,
Here, I'll make it 3. I'll make it 3.
gotta run that
Hey, hey,
viewership up.
Hey, so
forget-
wait,
don't
so,
forget the
so
thumbs
Brian,
up.
do you own a couple DMR channels, or are you just putting the one at the end of your own?
So yeah, I own a couple of different talk groups. I started the San Diego DMR talk group and the San Diego Aries talk group.
Oh, you do Aries down there in San Diego as well. huh?
Yeah.
Aries.
Yeah.
Aries.
You know, anything to keep the hobby and keep emergency communication.
For
So
sure,
a lot,
for sure.
I
A lot
agree.
of our sites are generator connected, battery backup, that sort of stuff. So it's highly useful. That they've been kind of adapting that into their analog comms. So it's kind of taken off here in San Diego. The whole entire DMR, the wide popularity of like cheap DMR radios, and a lot of the other digital modes are very segmented. We have a lot of we have fusion radios, but not a lot of fusion repeaters. And if there are repeaters that are fusion, they're not on the internet. So, but yeah, anything in particular you want to know about DMR, feel free to ask away.
Yeah, can you
Well-
link your infrastructure on Wednesday nights?
what radio should I buy?
Shut up, John.
How do I put a code plug in my 878?
Mhm. Yeah, I've actually have started uploading like code plugs. Like, so do you know about Bridgecom? Bridgecom has a whole bunch of code plugs for various different areas. You can go to Bridgecom and download.
Yeah.
Bridgecom, boy.
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, so
Get on the email list.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
don't
yeah. Back on the email list.
Oh,
no, you don't
man,
even
they're
no,
awesome.
you
Stop
don't-
because
you,
Connor's a
you don't
shit
need to
talker,
join
dude.
their email
Let it roll,
list in
bro.
order to download a code plug.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, I would go search Bridgecom to download a code plug, and that's a great way to get started.
I'm just
Have you
kidding,
gotten
dude. I
involved?
got my 878. That shit fucking sucks, though. DMR code plugs suck.
John,
Well,
It's out the
so-
window.
John,
so
are you
I-
serious, or have you gotten into DNR yet? DMR? Have you or are you?
DNR, do not resuscitate.
Yeah, do
like,
not resuscitate.
no.
Once you hear it, DNR.
Connor, remind me to block him. No, I'm just-
I was looking at
Hey
the
Brian,
XNA,
I'm just gonna send you an email through QRZ, dude. One of these
Okay.
days, so I can have a conversation without you getting the shit beat out of you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
they're over $300 now. It's like $315 plus tax for 878.
it's worth it though. It's a great radio.
I love DMR, dude. 878 is
Yeah.
the best DMR radio that I've got, dude.
Yeah.
And I've got
Mhm.
a bunch of garbage, dude. And that one is the best garbage. I've
Yeah,
got.
I use
Yeah.
I use the 878 for everything. I mean,
Yeah.
you can put anything you want in it.
And
You
it's got its
can
own custom boot logo.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
you can cross mode into everything. I mean, I got the northern lights in the background. Anything you want to do, it's all totally customizable.
The radio is so feature rich and customizable to the point where you can boot it into a calibration mode, and I can calibrate its crystal oscillator, for example. I can get it bang on frequency. I can calibrate the PA on it. It's like it's so flexible what you can do with that thing, and that's one of the things I like about it is that it comes out of the box with like no personality. So if you bought one of these and you're like, I hate the damn thing, it doesn't do what I want to do, and I don't even know how to program it, I can't blame you because it comes out of the box not like a Yaesu or an ICOM radio.
There's-
It has
there's a
no.
There's a
no-
steep learning curve on that bad boy,
I-
dude.
I don't know.
Steeper than an Anon.
It's a DMR thing, dude.
No.
DMR.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
as
yeah,
deep,
I
it's
don't
as
know.
deep as you want to go into it, really.
Dude.
It's as deep as you want to get into it because, like, you can completely upgrade the firmware. You can open up the radio's transmit capability to the
Yep.
point that you'll destroy the radio if you don't know what you're doing. And so, like, to what Brian is saying is that the radio comes out of the box like in dumb mode.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you or as little as you want with it. If you want to just, have a radio that works well, that you can program a few frequencies into, and just kind of touch and go and learn a little bit about DMR, that's the radio for you. If you want something that's advanced that you can do all kinds of different things with, it's still the radio for you. So
It's a good analog
for
radio
sure.
too.
Yeah.
So Brian,
Yeah, it is.
I'll just stay with my XPRs. Thank you.
Great,
Well, so-
great
so
batteries,
XP
great
I got-
battery on those 878s too. I mean, I put
Yep.
1.25 meter on it. I mean, I think it
Uh-huh.
blows at like maybe a watt and a half or something, but
Yep.
Oh,
you could
geez.
still do it. There's all kinds of stuff you could do with an 878.
Yeah. So
They are great. They are great radios.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
Brian, what you're saying is I can drop ship you one. You'll get it programmed and set up for me, and I'll put a label in there with it.
That's
and then you can
highly
send it to me when
unnecessary. That's highly unnecessary. I have had one person out of maybe like 40 that have actually done that. So most people I can just spend like a couple of minutes on a Zoom meeting and like get them up and running. Be like, here's the base code plug that you need, and this will give the radio a very welcoming personality that you're probably used to experiencing with a normal Kenwood or an ICOM type of radio. You have some expectations out of what you should get with a radio and where things should be, and it's a blessing and a curse. It's like it's kind of like it's always nice to have options, but actually giving somebody too many options is like paralysis. Like they don't even know where to begin. So
analysis paralysis.
Yep.
dude.
Right, yeah,
We do
so-
that shit all the time.
and there are other things. John mentioned the word the Anon. I don't know if you guys know what he's talking about, but there is a radio that's exactly that. You buy the radio and the software is independent of the hardware, and when you load it up, it has no personality. So if you are a neophyte, it's going to be a steep learning curve. You need to calibrate the PA. You need to do all these settings to get the radio to function as you would expect a radio right out of the box. And a lot of these radios out of the box are predefined, and that's also not a good thing in some aspects. Like some people are like, yeah, I want a radio to just work, and but a lot of those are one-dimensional type of radios. You buy the radio and you can't really customize it. It might not have an EQ. It might only have a two-band EQ in it. And it might not allow you to go ahead and customize your bandwidth or your transmit or receive bandwidth. So there's a lot of like predefined things that somebody in some factory decided when it got shipped out. So that is the other side of the coin.
Yeah, what I like about the Anon is it is just that. It's a blank canvas. You can press into it whatever you want, and it demands you do that. It's not something you can take out of the box and just tune to frequency and key up like nothing will happen. So, yeah, I'll take a good look at the 878. I almost thought about getting one before my trip, but I kind of checked out the repeater situation down there, and there's like nothing.
3 in the entire country.
Where did you look, by the way? Did you look at Brandmeister or what?
Well, I checked Brandmeister and there was 0. And then I don't know, Connor checked somewhere else, but
Repeater book has 3.
Where I wouldn't trust repeater
Open
book.
spot,
No,
my friend.
no.
Get an open spot, dude. It don't
yeah.
matter where you're at, dude. Open spot will hook you up.
All my
They're
repeaters are not
steep
listed
though.
on
I
repeater
mean,
book.
they're steep.
Yeah, mine either.
A Pi Star is easy to build, but open spot
Well,
costs cash. Dude.
I've got pies
what-
coming out my ears, so if I can get a hat, that'll
What
do
are you
that.
saying
That's
about
what I'll do.
Greg? Greg, what were you saying about the hotspots?
Pies are, easy, I mean, it's expensive for a pie these days, but Pi Stars are easy to get, easy to build, regardless of what you're doing, a Pi Star and a freaking Hamvoid node, whatever. But I love open spot, dude. I really didn't want to spend the money on that shit,
Yeah.
but quite honestly, they're so dope, dude. Cross-moding them.
Yep.
It's the perfect kind of if you're gonna do one, and I'm not clear node to me seems like
Yeah, I've had what Frank's had.
just
yeah.
a skin over an Allstar node to me, but like
Yeah.
open spot is the bomb, dude.
Well, so it's the bomb for a couple different reasons,
Right.
right?
Right.
The yeah, so yeah, that yeah, what he's holding up there is the
Like a
China
Pi
spot, the China
Yeah.
spot I call it.
China spot.
Yeah, it's the China spot.
No, that's
MMDVM.
They
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
dude. That's a
Pi-Star.
great fucking way into the system,
So that's-
into any system.
Well, so that's where I
honestly.
started is with one of those devices, but it took me, comparing the Zum Spot or Jumbo Spot, the device that Frank was holding up there, comparing them back to back, and the Open Spot, you get what you pay for, and the Open Spot is higher quality, low latency. Compared to the Jumbo Spot, like back to back, like if you're trying to hop into a conversation and there's people that are quick keying, you're going to have almost near real time repeater, a key up on an Open Spot. It's that significant where you want to have the Open Spot compared to that Jumbo Spot.
and they cross mode.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah, they
Simple.
do cross mode. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Well, I mean, with
you get what you
exception
pay
of
for.
D,
I've been
with
playing
exception
with,
of D Star though, I can
I've been
cross
playing with
mode
these as
from
well.
my Anytone to anything except for D Star.
well, that's the
TJIF,
Dork Star,
YSF,
Dork Star.
DMR.
D stars like my most hated.
Yeah,
Being
yeah,
Yeah.
and I hate it when people are on DMR and they're like, "Oh, I think he went R2D2." I'm like, "No, there's no such thing as R2D2 on DMR."
Brian, you must have talked spoken with a Nevada ham I know, because that's his catchphrase every time someone goes digital.
Yeah, it's
Has anybody tried?
it's created a bad name for digital communications. So it's like, yeah.
DMR is what it is. It's open source, it's P25 wannabe, and P25 is dead to me these days. I love it. I mean, it doesn't sound any different than DMR to me. I mean, but there's just nobody there.
I would argue P25 sounds better to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's up, Nick. We got Nick.
dude.
We
It's the
got
same tech.
Nick.
I actually, I'm
one?
super interested in
Phase
M12
one.
these days.
Yeah.
Albeit nobody's making M12 radios. Super open source. It's
Isn't it M17 or is it?
or, I'm
M12?
sorry, M17.
Yeah.
You're right, John. I mean, it is M17. I'm just kind of out of the loop a little bit, but it is open source, and there's firmware upgrades you could do on Redivises or whatnot. I'm super psyched to see that one, because like D-Star's disappointing, and it's like nothing that Yacy takes care of, or ICOM, or whoever the freaking owns that shit anymore.
Hey, Brian,
P25's open
have you messed with
open-
the W0CHP dashboard at all?
No, I don't even know what that is.
You should look that up. Whiskey 0 Charlie Hotel Papa. You need to be running. So I'm running it on a Pi 02, and it runs effectively. You would struggle to run it on Pi 0, but you can run it on a 3B plus or something like that. And the dashboard, he's just got a refined dashboard to the Pi Star dashboard, but it runs on the so you need to put Pi Star on it first, and then you can upgrade the dashboard, and it's just really user friendly. It gives you a full roster of who's in the talk group, and it's really cool. There's some people. Connor, did you say you went away from that?
No. I'm still using it.
You're
In fact,
still
that's
running
what I
it.
just
I'm
sent
still
you,
running
Brian.
it on my main hotspot is a mobile hotspot, so it's a Pi 0 running on an 18650 power supply that I can. It's uninterruptible, so I can plug it in and unplug it. It won't reboot the Pi or anything like that. So it's always on, and I can literally just take it and unplug it and throw it in my truck, and I've got DMR on the go. And the functionality of it's really nice with the Pi Star platform, because I can cross mode into anything, right? So TGIF, DMR, YSF, it's all available. You can cross mode simply by just having the settings set up properly. I can literally with my 878 just jump into any talk group that I want. Whether it's programmed or not, you can manually key it in relatively easily. But that dashboard is really cool if you're just trying to find out more information about where you're connected, and you want an easy platform to maybe pull up on a web browser. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I still have Pi Star running on, I have a multi-mode P25 DMR repeater that's an MTR 2000. And I started doing it like back in 2018, converting MTR 2000s over to like DMR originally, and as of late experimenting with P25 phase 1. And so now I'm running it multi-mode DMR, but I also have dedicated, Motorola Moto Turbo SLR 5700s that are dedicated just for DMR. So, but yeah, this is really neat. I'm watching a YouTube video on it right now, taking a look at the dashboard.
Yeah, it's
a cool dash,
and it's so simple to load and unload. If you don't like it, it takes. It's literally
I couldn't get it to run stable.
One
man.
command line.
I ran that a while ago. I just could not get it.
Really? I haven't had problems. I've had it running for a year and a half now. My only thing is like Pi Star builds, right? I'm on 4.1.6 and I haven't updated because, so this guy doesn't give end user support whatsoever.
Yeah,
like if you watch his video, he says F off. Yeah, he literally tells you to F off, and
in a hilarious way if you look at his forum.
Yeah, if you watch his videos. And I don't blame him for it, but like if you update the Pi-Star and it's broken, like there's no end user support, but if you have Pi-Star version 4.1.5 and you update to 4.1.6 and then it's literally I think 2 commands in the SSH window. And then the Pi reboots, and make sure you do it with the I think it's -S or something for the CSS or the CSS rewrite. And it's worth it. If you're interested, I could just port forward it so you can play with it.
You know what? It's cool. I mean, I like the idea of like having a screen that shows all that, but I ended up getting it done in Pi-Star with a little 2.5-inch screen. I mean, it is nice, but I don't know. I'm dumb. I just could not get that thing to run right, and got tired of messing with it and just rolled back to regular Pi-Star, dude.
If anybody wants to see it, it's the link I just posted in chat. That's what the interface looks like. It's just a screenshot of mine. Not on an active talk group or anything like that, but well, not super active, but that's kind of what the interface looks like.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what Frank was bringing up as he'll stick with his XPR. So the tried and true, built like a tank XLR. I have like an XLR 7. Was it XPR? Sorry, XPR 7550E. And
for the other people in this.
Yeah, it's so dark, but.
Oh, here, hold on.
Flip it on. Yeah.
There we go. Roto Turbo. Well, mine's on Wave.
Can I take a second first? Just 1 second, Jonathan, dude, with the Microsoft background, bro. What's your call, dude? What's your call?
KN6TYF.
I haven't met you before. KM6TYF. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Kilo November 6.
I got you, Raymond, out in Milpitas, right?
No. Kilo November 6.
Okay,
Not Mike.
and
Kilo
6,
November.
sorry.
Yeah.
KN6.
Brian, did you see that?
TYF.
You see what it says on the screen?
TYF.
Yeah.
In Oakland. Okay,
Yep.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. I just want to we haven't met before, and we're gonna know each other, dude. I'm gonna just email you, man.
All right. Yeah.
What DMR talk group are you usually on, Brian?
It's 310014. It's a San Diego talk group.
Wait, we have the owner here. Do we have permission just to patch that in?
Into the Allstar.
Well, so
Do you have an Allstar Node? Do you have an Allstar Node to hook to?
Yeah, we do, but it's not interface with DMR. So we have a Allstar analog system here. We have a bunch of repeaters in the area that very similar to how like we have a bunch of DMR that covers blankets, Southern California. We have a bunch of Allstar repeaters that cover Southern California as well.
What's the
You ever think
All-Star?
about like DV switch to like push it to one of your DMR?
Yeah, I try to keep them separate. It's like God intended, DMR to be experienced in its native, form. I try to keep it that way. So I did interface them, and it was like just hearing all these like squelch tails and all these other sort of things come over DMR.
Oh, it's demonic. Yeah.
Let alone like all those key ups from some random repeater. Blocking out your BM talk groups, dude.
Yeah,
it was just happening last night and on the VVR net. People were like, "I don't understand. It keeps saying blocked," and it's a couple of us who have Allstar nodes, and then there is a DMR node or a DMR talk group that was hooked up. And DMR, Brandmeister don't like it when you
you got to be careful
that
with
shit too much.
I had my
just
All-Star
blocks you
linked
out.
to Freestar once, and it blocked in the middle of their net, and it kept popping up, and they couldn't figure out how to get it disconnected. They had to call me.
I discreetly disconnected Mike W5G or WG5EEK's node because it had just been keyed up too much and Brandmeister wasn't digging it anymore. Then there were people on the VVR going, "Oh, I keep hearing this block thing," and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just like booted his node. It was unfortunate, but that shit happens.
Brian, do you use the C bridge for your stuff?
No.
Okay.
There are other repeaters around here that are C-bridge though.
I was gonna say, yeah, because we have ours. So that's how we do everything.
Yeah, all my stuff is Brandmeister. It's powered to the ham, to the people.
Gotcha. I was gonna say we could tie you in.
Yeah, I'm Seabridge up here too.
Yeah. I was gonna mention, and I'm not sure if John is still there, but the XPR 7550E is what I would have recommended. If you're not gonna do an Anytone, but there's like pros and cons that are between the Motorola versus the Anytone, and the XPR, does some things that the Anytone doesn't do really well. Like for example, roaming is one of the things that the XPR does superior to the Anytone. And if you want a reliable, like when you press the PTT and you want it to work, the XPR is going to be there for you every time. It's mission critical kind of comms.
Not mission critical. That's Astro, but it's business. It's commercial grade.
We're still talking about the Anytone versus Motorola. We're talking about DMR, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think we were.
I heard
about
mission
P25.
critical. Well,
Yeah.
no, I heard mission critical. I was like,
Right.
no, DMR mission critical.
Triggered.
Woo! No, yeah, triggered. That's the way to go.
Yeah. What else was I gonna say? The Anytone battery is far superior than the XPR. I will go through a XPR's battery like in a day, whereas an Anytone it'll take me like 3 days. And the other thing that I like about the Anytone, and so I wish that these two would have a baby. If you get to have like the Anytone 878 and the XPR, if they had a baby, that would be awesome. The Anytone I love for the digital monitoring capabilities, where you're not going to get that on a Motorola XPR. I really wish that you had that capability to turn on and off digital monitoring. So you can select which
you can.
Time, which
it's
time
just you have
slots.
to pay for it, right?
I don't think
That's
so.
the problem with Moto
I don't think so.
Turbo and Motorola.
I don't think that the extended options are there for Motorola. I don't think that's a thing, allowing digital monitoring.
No, I don't think so. I think the closest thing they have is.
I
No,
think
they
he's
don't
talking
have that
about
anymore.
the front
Yeah.
VFO programming, the paid option that you can get to front.
Oh, for
that-
FPP?
Yeah,
Oh, you kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the other thing is like if you want someone comes to you like, yo, meet me on like 146.585. What? Oh, okay. Like if you had a Motorola XPR, forget about it. Hold on
Yeah.
a second. Let me grab my programming cable on my computer and I'll program it in my radio. If you have an Anytone,
Well,
boop, you can bop that in. What?
Now, Brian, here's the thing that there's a ham I know from the Bay Area that's out in Florida now. He asked that same question when I had older Motorola gear. And I said, you just program everything in with MPL and you're good to go. Like if Connor were in simplex range to me right now and he wanted to go to a simplex channel, it's not 5.2, just boop into the simplex zone and I'm there. He wants a PL 123, boop, it's there.
Yeah.
But
But
that-
that's
just gotta
also
program
like
it in,
edge
that's
case.
all.
But you would have to have the channel pre-programmed to 5.2, so that's like the dependent on 5.2 the channel. You're talking about PL tone is the only thing.
No, everything. You just okay. I have a whole zone in all my radios. I have both Kenwood Commercial and Motorola, and you just program all the simplex. I have one zone just of all the simplex channels on 2 meters, and you tell me, go to this channel. I can click right over to it. You want a PL on it? Okay, we'll put a PL on it. Which PL do you want?
Yeah.
So it's all about how you program the radio. That's really what it comes down to.
But to what Brian's saying is, what if you don't have
Yeah.
the channel programmed into the radio, then you don't have that channel available. Whereas you have
that's true.
Never-ending VFO capability
Yeah.
with an Anytone. So
Yeah, it's
the
infinite. and I've programmed
I've
my
honestly never run into an issue.
Yeah, if you do it well, I think that's what you're trying to get
And-
at, Frank. Is that if you program up your
Yeah.
radio, ahead of time, very with a lot of capability, and that's what I did with my Anytone. I created this code plug in San Diego, and I put like the kitchen sink in it, and some people hate it because it's got the kitchen sink in it. Some people actually love it because it has so much flexibility. But the base personality of the code plug in itself is really what makes it shine. It kind of mimics a Motorola like a kind of like a P25 tone. So it's got some of those niceties that you would normally expect. But yeah, in my zones, I do program up the simplex zones. I put in like a whole bunch of frequencies that you would want to have for simplex and stuff like that, both analog and digital.
When are you buying an Apex?
There you go.
Yeah, I got this XTS guy here. This is what I use to get in my P25 repeater.
Oh, hey, you did the smart thing. You ripped off the
Model
stock.
3.
Hey,
Yeah,
homie.
you ripped off the stock.
Wow.
John's got one too.
We're
Oh yeah.
friends.
Yeah. No, APX for life.
Yeah, you want to buy me one?
This one.
Look at that baller over there.
Fine one. Yeah,
Living
look at
with his
John's. Look at
parents. He lives
John's.
with his parents because he owns those fucking radios, dude.
John's got one too now, Brian.
That's so
Because of you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I have my repeater, so I was just like, gotta
It
get him
sounds
on the
so
repeater.
good. It sounds so good. On P25.
Yeah, well, okay. The problem is with ham P25 is over a reflector, and this goes for very similar to like Yaesu as well. Anything over, well, okay, actually not Yaesu or not Fusion, sorry, but I think it's like P25 and a couple other modes. P25 reflectors are not true P25. Like, I was trying to explain this to John, and the only way I can explain it is if I get like one of my buddies on the reflector, like via a hotspot or whatever, and they talk out over the repeater. The repeater will sound much better than the repeater will sound much better than, or sorry, through the repeater, if it's a true P25 repeater like the Quantar, it'll sound great. But see, you're over here doing that, Brian, but oh, on Parrot. Yeah, see, you got that, but see, I just got this, bro. Like so
Hey Brian, what mic
I
are
just
you
chill
running?
on there.
What microphone is that?
This is a Shure SM7B.
Is that's got XLR and USB?
Yeah,
That's a
it
fantastic mic.
yeah.
The SM7B is great.
Yeah, I always get when I meet with people at work, I talk a lot to people at work, and I get a lot of compliments on this microphone.
Yeah, it sounds really
so
good.
it's a Shure SM7B to a Focusrite Solo.
Tell them the whole story.
The Focusrite, bad.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's cheap and easy.
RF soak up microphone or RF soak up interface. That's why I got rid of mine.
I was thinking more of the EQs and
Oh, God.
So this microphone is kind of like what I wanted something that was minimalist. Instead of having to EQ I wasn't about to go ahead and treat my work like ham radio and hook up my EQ to the system. This is like the microphone that I consider it's like almost like pre-EQ'd. It just sounds good right out of the box, so you don't really have to do a lot of EQing. And then, so I'm not doing any kind of EQing.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you're not? Oh.
No, it's straight. This is
Oh.
and it has different effects like when you talk on it and such, but
Yeah.
yeah, and it's got this grill. This
is that
pops
the
off.
USB one or the XLR one?
This is the XLR. This is original. So this is what it sounds like. Sizzling sausages in Chicago.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, definitely makes a big difference there. So yeah, this is no EQ. It's just straight XLR into the Focusrite Solo.
Can we get
That's
the
why you sound
EQ,
so
or do
good
you
on
not have
HF.
any?
No, I don't even have any EQ. No, the
Oh.
only option I have is an air option, and it brings up some of the highs. So that was a bump right up there, and I don't like the bump in the highs. That's an air. They call it air. It's just an emphasis in the highs, and I don't care for that because my voice naturally is already high pitched. And
Hey, Brian, tell me you don't have a YouTube channel of your own.
I don't. A lot of people are like that. So you run a podcast.
You look pretty produced, man. I mean, you got a lot of production value, my friend.
No, none of that. Too shy. I hopped out of this Zoom conference as quickly as I joined.
No, it's good to meet you guys, man.
I had to catch him as soon as he popped back on. I was like, I'm gonna get him.
Brian and Jonathan, I haven't met you cats before, and it's like I know all these other nerds. It's nice to meet some more nerds, man.
Yeah, there are lots of nerds out there.
The world is not alone. Is that what you're feeling right now? It's like, okay.
For sure, dude. For sure, man.
Got 2 more.
I'm like, there's 2 more dudes in the fold, man. For sure. And I'm sure you guys have been here too. So I can tell by the way both of you guys talk that you guys are.
But it's normally not like this. Normally it's on HF, so.
You're too wide, bro.
Yeah.